Welcome, sports fans, to BetRepublic.com's quick hit on the big game, NCAA this weekend. Number 1, Florida, going into the Swamp to take on the LSU Tigers. LSU, 32 straight nighttime wins in the Swamp of Baton Rouge. Not good news for the Florida Gators, especially when they might be without Tim Tebow. Now, the latest word we got today, and this is Thursday, Tebow took 50% of the snaps. Only 50% of the snaps tells me that they're leaning towards holding him out and putting in backup quarterback John Brantley. But they might not need him for the Gators. Florida, 7 yards per carry, the rushing game. 307 yards rushing per game versus LSU's 41 ranked rushing defense, giving up 117 rushing yards per game. You know, LSU is usually noted for the defense, stingy against the run, stingy at giving up points. But actually, Florida this year is a team with a bigger edge in defense. Rushing yards per game, passing yards per game, points per game, they're number 2 in the country at a little over 7, a percentage point or 2 over 7, while LSU is giving up double that at 15 points per game. Now, Tebow out, if he is, it means John Brantley, sophomore quarterback, 73% completions, 4 touchdowns in limited action. Your backup quarterback of Florida starts at most other schools. So if Tebow's out, the way this defense is playing, not really going to worry about myself who to bet on. So, who to bet? Last year, these two teams played in Florida, 51-21 in Gainesville. Florida takes it against a much better defense from LSU than they're going to see this year. They put up 51 points last year. You know why the books put 7 and a hook, which is the line on this game? 7.5, total 45. You know why they put that hook on that 7? To scare you off of laying it. Because they know if they put up 7, they're going to get killed with Florida money. But I'm going to give you one more stat here to make you take a look at Florida. So this is a stat you're not going to see too many other places. I didn't see it anywhere, but I'm sure someone will come up with it before tomorrow. Urban Meyer's coming into this game off of a bye. Last year off a bye, they whooped on Tennessee 30-6, beat the hell out of Kentucky 63-5. In 07, 45-37 over Kentucky. In 06, they beat up on Georgia 21-14. And in 05, first year with Urban Meyer, they beat Georgia 14-10 in Georgia, and they beat up Florida State 34-7. Urban Meyer, 6-0, straight up after a bye, 5-1 against the spread. And, you know, you get extra prep time in bowl games too, rather. And 3-1 against the spread in bowl games. So you're looking at 8-1 with extra prep time against the spread. 8-1 ATS for Urban Meyer. He's got extra prep time this week going into the Swamp. So my play for this game, don't know if I'll play it, and if I do, I'll certainly buy that hook off of it just in case. It's worth it for the extra 10 cents to go from 110 to 120. I watched LSU play Georgia. I watched how they folded at the end of the game and gave up 13 points late to a Georgia team that's nowhere near as good as this Florida game. I like the T-Bow's out. I like that it'll keep the line a little bit lower, and I like to get that hook off by that 7 and watch the Gators go into the Swamp and break that streak and what's going to be a great TV watch on Saturday night. Florida Gators in the Swamp. Gators do well in swamps going into LSU. One more note for you. At BetRepublic.com, every week I share picks from a system that I've been giving out on the internet free every week, every game charted, documented, and time-stamped out there so you know it's accurate and true. 64-28, 3-year record on these plays. All of them are unders, college only. 2 more this week. Now this thing started slow out of the gate at 1-3 this year. It's won every week since then. 3-2, 3-2, 1-0, and 2-0 last week. Again, 64-28. That's 70% over 3 years and almost 100 play. And there's 2 more of them this week, and they're right there for you at BetRepublic.com in the NCAA Stadium section. That's it. That's our quick hit. We'll see you over at BetRepublic.com.